See how we're doing over here.
Got some stuff to say?
Yeah. Just going live, live, a little early, saying hi to the people.
Oh, hi. Okay. Oh, what? You're here too? I thought I was at a
I mean,
hi.
If this isn't award-winning content,
there isn't any.
I truly,
there's no such thing.
You're getting a behind the scenes.
It's like a behind the scenes of behind the scenes. Like you could, if you were any more behind the scenes, you'd be like I was gonna say something. I was gonna say, yeah, she knows how I think. But then I was like, it's not really funny, but it's just true.
What if we started every episode on the live, telling the people watching something that the listeners will never know?
Ooh, I like that.
A little secret.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Okay.
I want you guys to know that every time Kelly and I put something in our calendars,
which is then this will explain my thinking about behind the scenes buttholes.
Okay, I'm searching buttholes in my phone's calendar. Okay. Buttholes. Joe Insider buttholes. Kelly and Lindsey play with their buttholes. Oh, I'm sorry, I should tell you what date. On November 17th, need to know when this happened. It just says buttholes. On Monday, May 3rd, Joe inside our buttholes.
So we had Joe Conti as a guest.
Mm-hmm. Thursday, May 13th, Kelly and Lindsey play with their buttholes.
We did it.
Wednesday, May 19th, record with our buttholes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is buttholes with no space between butt and holes. Nothing comes up with regular buttholes. I'm surprised.
I think it's a combined word.
I'm surprised there wasn't more posts that popped up. I think there's something wrong with my phone. Every time Kelly and I make a plan, we add butthole to the list.
We went to see, what's the name of the show? Billy's show?
We went to see Ugly But Honest, our friend Billy Francesca, Ugly But Honest, and we called it...
Kelly, you wrote, because I'd never seen the show, and she had seen it already. She wrote in the calendar, Kelly sees Billy's butthole. And that meant, and at 8:30, I knew that that's when the show started.
We would like you to start implementing this into your life.
With your best butthole friends.
With your butthole.
Now, I'll tell you another secret that's piggybacking off of this, or turtle heading off of this, if you prefer.
Oh.
I've never seen Lindsey's butthole, to my knowledge. Like, I don't think, you haven't shown me your flower. You know? But I remember...
Is my butthole my flower?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. When I was little, me and my best friend who lived down the street, Nicole Anderson, we were best friends for years. She was like my childhood bestie. We used to make podcasts together before there were podcasts, just making tapes and pretending we were like on the radio.
That's so cute.
And we used to bathe together, you know, as little kids, so like 3-4 years old, 5, whatever. And she used to show me her butthole. Cute. And like, she's like, doesn't it look like a flower? And I was like, yeah. So then I showed her mine. Like it looked, I mean, yeah, take a look. If you have never seen your own butthole, I encourage you to bend over in the mirror backwards or get a hand mirror like they tell you to do to like look at your vagina as a lady, you know, as a young girl.
It definitely looks way more like a flower than your vagina. And
although it's your labia, your vulva is orchid-like.
Orchid-like. Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw a lot of, what's that artist's name? I just saw a lot
Georgia O'Keeffe.
I just saw a lot of her stuff in the Philadelphia Museum of Art. It was fantastic.
Yeah. We had a Georgia O'Keeffe growing up.
You had a real one? Or like
no, I'm sure it was like a print of some sort.
When you first said we had a Georgia O'Keeffe, I imagined that it was her. Like you had.
Oh, we had her in the
house.
had
one, like the She Was Many.
No, we didn't have her in the house. Do we want to turn off that fan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn off the fan.
Wow.
We're going to do a quick little butthole sound check. And then we're going to record the episode. Now, if you had not tuned in to our YouTube situation channel, You wouldn't know about our buttholes.
I think we should do like a quiz on Instagram, like asking some of these questions that we just talked about, like make it into a pop quiz.
That's
and be like,
fun.
you'd know the answers if you saw.
I like it.
YouTube.
I'm on it. I like it.
So.
All right, Kels, let's do a little sound check.
This is an ad for LaCroix.
Let's get our Friday night rolling. Rolling and a shaking and a rolling and a shaking.
Rolling with the homies. Rolling with the homies. What's the rest of that? Oh, that's all I remember.
We don't know.
We don't know. Woo! Wow! Whoa! Wowie! Wowie! Zowie! Woo!
And I'm on 3. Rolling with the homies.
That started out way too hot. Wow.
Rolling with the homies.
And how loud do you think you're going to get?
I don't know. It's October. Things are great.
I don't know. It's October. Things are great. So I might...
I might go crazy.
We don't have, should we use the left, right? Do we care? Do we need it? I think it's fine.
Have you ever had to use it?
Not once.
Okay.
Not once.
Cool.
It would only be like
we
if one of these microphones
should put it in
went
just
out.
in case. You never know what happens.
You never, ever know.
You never know.
You never know.
All right, so now we're going to put in one more microphone, and then we're going to start. So, thanks for rocking and rolling with us. Thanks for rocking and rolling with the homies. Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
You see what I did?
Yeah, you didn't do much.
Yeah.
It wasn't much.
All right.
Let's talk. Let's talk like normal. Like, oh yeah, so
totally.
yeah.
Rolling with the homies.
All right, that's fine.
Great. All right.
1 and 3. We don't need this guy anymore.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm very gassy. Yeah, I mean, I'm ready. We can start.
All right, I'm going to press record. So now we are recording, just so you know. All right, kitty cats.
Meow. Let me see your tongue. Why is my tongue
Yours is so much pointier
bluer?
and blue. All
Oh,
right.
I drank pomegranate juice.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Welcome to Fuck You, I'm Smarter, the comedy game show where we compete with a guest to be crowned the smartest person in the room soon. YouTube Live.
YouTube Live. YouTube Live. YouTube Live.
Okay, listeners, just
Yeah.
so you know, before we pressed record, we did 8 minutes on the YouTube Live
Ooh.
of the most riveting content you have ever seen in your life. If you want to know more about buttholes and why Kelly's tongue is blue, go on our YouTube Live now. Link is in the bio on our Instagram at Kelly and Lindsey. How
That
was
was
that?
great. I would be curious. My interest is piqued.
Yeah. And my butthole is perked.
What? Interest piqued, butthole perked.
Exactly.
That's our motto. That's just going to be the name of the episode.
No, the name of the sober. The name of this episode is Rock Out with Your Opt-Out.
Woo!
It's
October!
October!
Welcome to October, everyone. Welcome to spooky season. Welcome to my favorite month of the year. Welcome to the birth month of my little sister.
Aww.
And I'm only saying that because I have to be nice to her because she's pregnant.
She's so pregnant.
She's so pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I ever got married, and maybe when I marry myself or my cat, which is probably more realistic at this point, I will. It would be an October wedding. It's my favorite month. It's the best month.
I didn't know it was your favorite month, but I will say I feel very festive this year.
Me too. Oh, Lindsey is getting me festive.
I've made so many plans.
She sent 2 emails, like rapid fire, one after the other, of 2 different October festive spooky events.
Yes.
And I said yes to both of them, which is unlike me. I said yes immediately. I didn't really think about it very long and hard.
Time.
I was like, you know what? Yes, I want to do these things.
It's time. Before COVID, the October before COVID, we did a haunted hayride at Griffith Park.
I was not there. I did not attend.
We did a pumpkin carving.
Didn't
thing
do it
at my
either.
house,
Wasn't there.
and it just felt right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I missed out, and I regret it.
I was
making up for it.
Too afraid to do the haunted hayride again because it was terrifying.
See, I would do that.
So I was like, all right, I found two really cute things. One's like a cocktail haunted house, like there's a Ouija board, there's witches, there's card tricks, and it seems fancy and we could dress up.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show in a park on a blanket. And big news, I have never seen that movie.
I know. I think you told me this, and I told you we're gonna watch it in the backyard in the projector. But we're doing this instead. This will be great.
Yeah, here's my question. And I want the listeners to weigh in too. If you can email us at fuimsmarter@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Do I watch the movie before I go to get familiar and learn some of the words and the songs?
You know what?
Or do I just
go for it?
Go in blind? Because I know the deal. I know people yell and say the lines.
Well, there's also generally since like the 70s or something. Oliver.
What's he doing?
Well, he's just like licking the cat bowls, and it's just loud. But if you can't hear it,
I can't hear it.
Okay. I think since like the 70s or at some point, there have been a shadow cast performing along. They're basically drag. There's basically like a drag performance of the show along, like underneath the projection of the show.
Now, I know that happens sometimes. Is that like now the thing that always happens?
It's always been that way. It's always been. That's why it's like a cult classic. It's been that way since like the beginning, basically.
Oh my God. So yeah, I don't know. I have to think about, do I watch it a few times, get familiar with the songs and the things? And
let's let the listeners weigh in on this. I like to be prepared. I would almost say yes, because it's not going to take away any of the fun,
right? Because
then you'll feel like you're in on
part of it, right?
Yeah. So I'm down to watch it with you beforehand.
I think we might have to.
Okay, I'm totally down.
I think I want to, and I'm sure there's like a cheat sheet online of like what the people yell out and what they scream.
Oh, definitely. Because I don't know that either.
I think we should prepare.
I love this part of you.
Yeah. I think we should prepare.
I love this. See, this is when your anal side and my anal side, not to bring it back to buttholes, but to bring it back to our buttholes. That's when we really shine. Is when our analicities,
anal glands combine and rub against each other
and then shoot out. Well, right, like we express our anal glands.
We are expressing our anal glands together.
Oh, you help me express myself and my glands.
I am so happy. So so we've got a lot to look forward to this Cocktober.
Yeah. We haven't called it Cocktober in a while.
In a really long
We should probably bring back that video that we made. Is it? Would we get canceled if we?
We have to look.
We have to look. I don't even know.
Look and see what it is.
I mean, it's abusive to men, but like, do we care?
Was that the Judd Apatow casting thing?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to. Okay, listeners. Stay tuned. We might get Me Too'd if we release this video we made 15 years ago. But if not, we'll just, it is Cocktober. It's like
we called it Cocktober. Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of Cocktober.
Ooh.
Do we have a show for you? Do we?
I have something.
I have a thing.
Mine doesn't have anything to do with cocks.
Me neither.
Oh.
Interesting.
Then what are we going to talk about?
Well, my question for you, Kelly, is how many pumpkin spice lattes have you had yet this spooky season?
This spooky season, 0.
How many pumpkin spice lattes do you typically have per spooky season?
I would say 0 to 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoy them. It's just not something I get often.
Do you have any pumpkin spice anything in this house?
No.
Do you get pumpkin spice things during the holidays?
The holidays, the October holidays?
The holidays.
the holiday of October 1st through,
I guess it goes to Thanksgiving. Yeah.
It goes to Thanksgiving. Because I don't know. Now we just skip Thanksgiving, and as soon as Halloween is over, it's Christmas. That's what I've noticed.
But Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
Is
so
it?
I hold on dear.
Aw,
Yes.
that's cute. You'd like the food, huh?
Well, we don't eat well in my house. I like the idea of the food, but the food is never what I want it to be.
But you have a fun family that all get together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of pumpkin spice stuff.
So you're in good company.
Okay.
We are very rare. When October 1st hits, even a week before in September, people go crazy. They go to Trader Joe's, they buy all the pumpkin spice things, they get their pumpkin spice lattes, they get their candles.
I respect it. I just don't have an urge to like suddenly need everything to be pumpkin flavored or scented.
Well, me neither. But this quiz is for those who do.
Okay.
Because I feel like the majority of the population of the world
You really? I don't know about that.
goes crazy during spooky season with the pumpkin spice.
Don't you think that's like Starbucks inspired big business? Like that's being pushed by
100%.
Yankee Candle bullshit.
But we're gonna play Let's Get Spicy with our pumpkin spice lices.
Yeah, lice. Did you ever have lice?
Oh, I called it Let's Spice Things Up, Pumpkin.
I never had lice.
I'm sure I had lice. I had pinworms. I definitely had lice. Okay.
Story for another time. Or never.
All right. Let's talk about pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Pumpkin was a common ingredient in Native American recipes.
Well, sure. They're gourds. They grow here.
So the earliest known pumpkin spice reference dates back to a British recipe from 1675.
What does that have to do with Native Americans?
Because
they were already
from the beginning of time.
Because they were already like stealing pumpkins and bringing them back to England and being like, "Look at this exotic thing."
And the recipe had pepper, cloves, nutmeg, and cinnamon. That's basically
that sounds good. I'm into those spices. Like I do like the fall, like warming time spices. Like
I'm a summer.
Let's make soups. I'm down to make soup.
I'm a beach person, and I always thought I was a summer person. But what I've learned the last few years is I love summer for like a couple of weeks.
And then it's too hot.
And we live in a place that we can go to the beach during spooky season.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The spice company McCormick is credited with giving pumpkin pie spice its name and putting it on grocery store shelves in what year?
1983.
83. That is incorrect. It was the 50s.
Oh.
In the 50s, they put it on the map. I think Starbucks made it a thing.
But it was already a thing that they were picking up on.
Exactamundo.
Exactamundo. Is that Spanish?
Yes, it's a Spanish word for exactly mundo. I just added mundo at the end. Kelly, do you think there's any pumpkin in a Starbucks pumpkin spiced latte?
I really want to say that there is, so I'm just gonna hope that there is, and I'm gonna say there's a trace of pumpkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a trace of pumpkin.
Wow.
But can you tell me what year the trace was added to the recipe?
Wait, are you saying they added it because people were like, "There's no pumpkin in pumpkin spice"?
Yes. And so they added it in what year?
2002.
Oh, that is wrong. 2015.
Wow.
Starbucks tweaked the recipe to include some pumpkin. Ridiculous. According to data from MyFitnessPal, do you ever use MyFitnessPal?
No.
I use it if I need to keep a food diary.
I don't do that.
It's really difficult. We order more pumpkin spice lattes on blank than any other day of the year.
October 1st.
That is incorrect. Do you want an A, B, and C?
Sure.
A, on the first day of fall.
Oh, that's got to be it.
B, on Halloween.
Yeah.
Or C, on Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Get it right.
Yeah.
Get it tight.
I don't think people know when the first day of fall is unless Starbucks advertises it. So I'm going to say first day of fall.
It's Halloween.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
I just thought everyone would be down at the costume barn. What is that place?
Like making
Halloween
a
Town.
choice.
No, what's it called?
Halloween Town.
No, that's from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, Halloween.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That all the memes are about.
Yeah.
Like,
they take over all the empty
empty
businesses.
It's called everyone's favorite Halloween store for costumes.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Halloween.
It's just something Halloween
store.
It's literally something as simple as Halloween store.
Spirit Halloween.
Spirit of Halloween or Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween.
Or is it Halloween Spirit?
When was the last time you went to Spirit Halloween?
Probably 10 years ago.
Oh, I had to go all the time with my ex-boyfriend because this holiday was his holiday.
Lindsay, what are you doing for this Halloween? Are you dressing up?
I haven't even thought about it.
Neither.
So let's figure that out.
Okay. Oh my God, don't look at my answers to my game.
You can also email us and tell
us what we should be. Can't think.
Kelly, which one of these is not a real pumpkin spice product? There's a lot of pumpkin spice going on. Is it A, pumpkin spice Pringles?
Ooh.
B, pumpkin spice yogurt?
No, that's got to be one.
C, pumpkin spice Peeps?
Ew, that's definitely a thing.
D, pumpkin spice dog shampoo?
Oh my God.
Or E, pumpkin spice licorice?
I feel like all of those could be real.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. Pringles, yogurt, Peeps, shampoo, licorice.
I'm going to go licorice.
That is correct.
Wow.
There's also people shampoo and there's soaps and there's there's pumpkin spice.
But there's dog shampoo that's
there's
pumpkin
dog
spice.
Shampoo.
Don't bring it. What did they do to deserve this? They don't care about pumpkins.
They don't care about anything.
Kelly, they care about you.
When do you think Starbucks releases the pumpkin spice latte?
Release the pumpkin spice latte. I would say first day of fall, like you suggested.
So what month is that?
In September. We talked about this.
All right, I'm going to give you an A, B, and C.
Okay.
Is it A, August 25th, B, September 15th, or C, October 1st?
Well, let's go September 15th.
It's August 25th.
Those whores. They're just trying to get the most.
And so they have a rivalry with Dunkin' Donuts. And Dunkin' Donuts will be like,
oh, well, we're releasing it October.
100%.
Or we're releasing it August 24th.
And then sometimes they spring it on you and they don't tell you what date. They just say it's here, it's in the store. It's kind of ridiculous.
Stupid.
Kelly, if you go to pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks on Twitter, there's an actual Twitter account for Publix pumpkin spice lattes on Twitter. They have their own Twitter account. How many people do you think are following it?
21K.
Interesting.
No,
I'll give you A, B, and C.
121K.
Is it 50,000, 90,000, or 1 million?
1 million.
No, it's 90,000 people.
Too many.
Also, what? Can we look up the Twitter of the pumpkin spice latte and see what they're even saying? How much content could you have? Although, if you're following the Albertsons and Los Feliz,
the Los Feliz Albertsons Instagram is genius.
Incredible.
Love them.
So what is pumpkin spice doing on Twitter?
How do you use Twitter again?
Yeah.
So just
do
go
pumpkin
here.
Spice latte. You can just do pumpkin spice latte because that's going to do the hashtag. No.
What?
Look up pumpkin
Why can't I just
spice
do that?
latte because you want to look up their actual account.
Oh.
They're like a human.
Oh, it's two, what are we? Elder millennials.
Yeah.
Trying to use the internet. There's pumpkin spice latte basic white girl.
No.
Pumpkin
Put
spice
spaces
latte.
in between. Like you're looking up a human.
Kelly learns the internet.
Good. Okay.
I don't do Twitter. Okay. Okay.
Go to people.
I don't think you're right.
Oh my God. I found it before. Maybe do Starbucks after it. Oh my God. They have like 100,000.
Why do they have so many accounts? Starbucks Ireland.
Here, pumpkin spice latte.
The real
account.
PSL.
90.
The official Twitter.
7,000.
Oh my God. The official Twitter for fall's official beverage.
So what did they tweet today?
Today they tweeted. Oh, that's a pinned tweet. What did they? August 28th, 2018. This is all they haven't tweeted in 3 years.
Losers. If you work at Starbucks, you guys need to get your
Get it
shit
together. This is seriously crazy.
How could they not update it for 2 years? 3 years. What year is it?
4 years.
That's ridiculous.
4 years.
That's
it's 2021, remember?
That's ridiculous. Okay.
They said, signing on just to say I'm back. Let's catch up IRL.
All right. How many pumpkin spice lattes are we drinking these days? True or bullshit? People who love pumpkin spice lattes love them hard.
That's true.
72% of customers buy the pumpkin spice latte 3 or more times during the fall. Is that true or bullshit? Do you think that 72% of customers that like pumpkin spice lattes buy 3 or more times during the fall?
Yeah.
It's actually false. It's bullshit. Just 8% orders 3 or more. Most people order 1.
That's what I said. I said 0 to 1.
1. All right. Before Starbucks, Publix. Why do I keep saying Publix?
Are you hungry?
Do you
miss Florida?
Why do I keep
What do you want from Publix right now? If you could have anything.
a Publix sub? It's the only thing. Okay. Before
Like their bakery.
Starbucks, pumpkin spice latte became its most popular seasonal item ever. It was just an idea of cooking at the coffee chain's Liquid Lab. The Liquid Lab is a research and development space at its headquarters, and they were there figuring out the drink in 2003. They were looking for a fall drink that they were going to name A, the Fall Harvest Latte, B, the Autumn Spiced Latte, or C, something those basic white bitches will love.
B, Autumn Spice.
No, it was Fall Harvest Latte.
Fall Harvest. That sounds nice.
That was the original idea. And then they went with pumpkin spice. All right, one more. How many people are crazy about pumpkin spice? Last year, about blank % of consumers purchased a pumpkin flavored item.
Wait, consumers of Starbucks?
In general,
Just
in the world.
People that they consider to be consumers, so everyone.
The problem with this question is I wrote down the fractions and then I didn't look it up, but I think it's 37%.
Of what? You're telling me the answer?
Yeah, I'm telling you the answer because I forgot to write down the answer.
Oh.
So it's not as popular as we think, but because of
what was the question?
How many people have bought a
pumpkin spice
something?
Oh, in their life?
During the spooky season.
Like
no, last year.
Oh. You're saying 37% of humanity bought something pumpkin spiced?
Yeah.
Last year?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, there's a lot to buy.
Right, like that could be literally one pumpkin.
It could be the dog shampoo.
Could it be a pumpkin, or does it only?
No.
No.
It could be a dog shampoo.
I will buy a pumpkin sometimes.
No, it's not. It's pumpkin spiced something.
Wow, that's bizarre.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I don't know. It does, like, I think of fall, I don't immediately say I need to get my pumpkin spice fix. Like,
so
it's great.
Many people do.
Yeah, interesting.
Also, if you guys are
I'm not mad at it. I'm not obsessed. Like,
right.
I don't think about it.
On my other podcast, Food Fight, with our friend Kirk.
Love Kirk.
I know. We did a whole episode last year on pumpkin spice.
I remember.
So if you need
very
to
contentious
about pumpkin spice, everything.
Yeah, go listen to that.
Listen to that episode. All right, Kelly, that's my Spice Me Up pumpkin.
Is that what you called it?
I don't know.
It's something different every time.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Oh, I didn't name this. I didn't name my game, but I never do. This game is called Oktoberfest.
Ooh. I've never been to an Oktoberfest.
I have never been to an Oktoberfest. All I know is that it's like beer related. It sounds very German.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to restaurants that pretend that they are.
Right. Well, there's only one official Oktoberfest. Like, it is an official thing.
Right.
Like, it's not a general, like, German festival. It's specific to one place.
Well, when I lived in I lived in a very small town in Germany.
What town was it?
It was called Oberaldorf. It was outside of Munich or München.
Is that how you pronounce it?
That's how you say
München?
it. München.
How do you get Munich out of München?
I don't know. The boys that we met in the town, like that became our friends, they invited us back for Oktoberfest, and two of the girls went.
You should have gone.
I should have gone, but the guys, like, I was like so over them by the time I left Germany. I was like, I can't fly to Germany and depend on these people.
No,
they were fucking nuts.
Forget it.
But two of the girls did go and had like a terrible time.
Oh, so I'm glad you didn't go.
But I would love to go to Oktoberfest.
Why'd they have a terrible time?
Just drama with these guys. It wasn't about the festival, but I knew that. I knew that was going to happen because it ended so crazy.
You'd have to go and like lose them.
Yeah, you'd have to go and tell them you're not even there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's so many people, you probably wouldn't run into them.
No.
Lindsey.
Yes.
Oktoberfest is the world's largest Volksfest.
Oh, Volkswagen?
What? Yes. What is a Volksfest? What is a Volksfest? What is a Volk?
What is a Volk? That's
what
what
is
I
a
asked
Volk?
myself.
What is a Volk?
Okay.
Every day I wake up and I say, what is a Volk?
Okay. It's a wagon. It's a kind of what
kind of a wagon?
What is a Volk?
And this is a Volksfest. So what is the common denominator between a festival and a car?
Music?
Good guess. It's people. It just means people. It's a people's fest. It's a folk festival.
Oh.
Get it? Folk fest. It's a folk
fest.
It's for people. Folk or people.
Fest.
Exactly. So a Volkswagen is the people's wagon because it carries the people. I know you learned
that. Carries Nazis.
It's of course, and we're against that.
Yeah, but I really love Volkswagens.
So if you have a Volkswagen, you need to burn it immediately.
Well, I love Volkswagens. My dad had a Jetta growing up.
How dare he?
Mm-hmm.
A Volksfest is a large event in Germany which usually combines a beer festival or wine festival and a traveling fun fair.
And Dunkelweiss beer, yeah?
Dunkelweiss. When there's a beer festival like Oktoberfest, brewers build beer tents, Festzelt, and set up beer gardens where you can order traditional food and drink out of those big beer steins and everybody's happy and drunk. And then there's music, da-da-da-da-da.
So much crowd.
Oh my God. But there's so like they have these huge tents, like a bunch, like 20 or so different tents, and they can fit like thousands of people in each one. They're huge.
Sounds intense.
They're like it's but they sort of look like circus tents. Like they're crazy. I saw pictures of it. I didn't know it was like that.
That's interesting. I didn't know Germans knew how to have fun. I'm just kidding. No, they have way too much fun.
They had too much fun in the earlier part of last century. I'll tell you that. Way too much fun.
When I left Germany, I looked out a bus of 50 people leaving for the airport, and one of the guys whipped out his dick and did the helicopter.
Oh,
to send us off.
They do have too much fun.
They have too much
fun. Okay. Number 2. Where did Oktoberfest originate? / where is the official Oktoberfest event held every year? Where? There.
What city?
Yes. How do you say yes in German?
Yeah.
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 Or area, general area.
I don't want to say Munich, but that is where people still wear lederhosen.
You should say Munich because it is Munich.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's in Munich. I would
same shit.
Right, but Munich is more specific.
Bavaria is like the area, Bavaria area.
There's
no malaria in Bavaria area. And then München is a city, and then Oberaldorf is a smaller city outside of München.
Number 3. The festival originated on October 12th, 1810, in celebration of what? Was it A, the end of a war, B, a marriage, or C, the birth of a prince?
Oh.
October 12th, 1810.
That's the 17th century.
That is incorrect.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess it's a marriage.
That is correct. Marriage.
Yeah, they're not good. I don't feel like they're chipper after a war.
Right. They're not good about war.
No.
Before, during, or after.
No.
And listen.
I get it. I will just say I heard them talk a lot about we didn't do that. Our ancestors did that, or not our ancestors, but like,
my father or like my uncle did that.
And it's like, I understand that
you want to remove yourself from it, and
shame.
You personally didn't do it. It's the same thing that happens when we talk about racism in America. It's like, no, you didn't do it,
right?
But we're still dealing with the after effect. There's some kind of like responsibility as like a people that you
they
need
just
to take.
They feel very ashamed.
Of course. As they should.
They also told me that they give money to Israel every year and then they blow people up and kill. And that's also not
That's also not great.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
So it was interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them I was Jewish.
But
I was undercover.
Yeah. I
was afraid that I was in a very small town.
Yeah.
So it was like very like hick.
For
Germans.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, Mom, I don't know if I could tell these people I'm Jewish.
Well, yeah, you didn't feel safe.
Well, I told them at the end, and they said, when they were driving me to the airport, they were like, oh, I'm so glad that you didn't tell us. And they meant it in a nice way. They were like, I'm so glad you didn't tell us because I don't think we would have been as close because we don't know any Jewish people. And we're just like really happy we got to know you.
But it only would have been them keeping themselves from getting to know you.
100%, but it was just like a small mind mentality.
That is so crazy. Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully you did open their minds in a way.
I hope so.
Yeah. Then they could take that experience back and be like, oh, maybe they could self-reflect and be like,
yeah,
why would I have not allowed myself to?
Because I'm talking.
Do you think they just wouldn't? They didn't feel like they would have been able to be themselves. They would have felt like weird in front of you. Like
there were things that they said in front of me that I wasn't offended by because I knew their history and where they were coming from. And they didn't say like
Yeah.
anything bad about Jewish people.
You just knew, you saw it.
But I
as
just knew like it was
limited exposure.
It was a small town where people still wore lederhosen.
Yeah.
It was like the smallest. It's like if we went.
You said it was a city.
No, I stayed in a very, very, very small town outside of Munich.
Oh, I see.
Munich is more built up. I mean, there's still swastikas everywhere you look, though.
Oof.
It's in the architecture.
Here too.
It's built into the floors or into the architecture. But this was a very small town, and I just felt like they just weren't educated.
Yeah,
in that way.
They hadn't been exposed or
but
educated
I exposed them
to your butthole. Did any of them see your butthole?
No, I made out with one of them a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Made out with a Jew, a dirty Jew.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's why he's glad you didn't say anything.
That's not the one that said it, though.
Ugh. Wow, I'm sorry that you had to feel othered.
No, I actually thought it was an interesting experience, and I hope that we all learn from it.
Yeah. That goes for you, Hans.
And Franz.
What were their names? Do you remember?
Mickey. There was Mike.
Mickey.
Mickey, we called him. And Alex.
I like that you couldn't say Alex.
No,
his name was
Alex. We called him Alex.
With like big eyes.
Mm-hmm. Alex. And you know what? For this episode, I have a picture somewhere of me wearing the lederhosen.
Oh, perfect.
And I got into one of their lederhosen one night.
Gorgeous.
So I will post that.
Okay. Beautiful. Well, thanks for sharing that, Linz. So the original celebration was because of a marriage between the Crown Prince of Bavaria, who later became King Louis I, to Princess Therese von Sachsen-Hildburghausen. The festival concluded 5 days later with a horse race held in an open area that came to be called Theresienwiese, Therese's Green, and that's what they call the festival now. They say we're going to, they call it Weissen, which is short for Theresienwiese. Weissen. The following year, the race was combined with a state agricultural fair, and then in 1818, booths started serving food and drinks. So it just kind of grew out of that. And then now it's these huge, large beer halls. By the late 20th century, the booths had developed into large beer halls made of plywood with interior balconies and bandstands, and each of the Munich brewers erects one of the temporary structures with seating capacities of some 6,000.
Wow.
And it has been eventually extended now to this, it's like a 16 to 18 day festival.
I bet David Hasselhoff has played there so many times because his music is huge there.
Yeah. The Hoff, my boyfriend. Lindsey, number 4.
Yes.
We've told the stories about the Hoff on this show, haven't we?
I don't know. Probably. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Well, he was drunk a lot, and he stayed at the hotel that I was working at in New York, at the Shoreham Hotel, and he got wasted, even though his handlers came in and were like, don't offer him champagne upon arrival, because that's what we usually did.
This was the hamburger days. This is right around the hamburger.
Yeah, he was really just like becoming really known for being a drunk mess. And he hit on me. He said, why don't you come to LA and come to my Faulty Towers parties? Do you ever watch Faulty Towers? I was like, yeah, I've seen it. He's like, yeah, I like to throw Faulty Towers parties and you should come. Check it out. And then my boyfriend, who was the manager, Jose, was standing behind him, like laughing, like watching this go down. I'm standing at the front desk. David Hasselhoff is hitting on me. And my boyfriend, the manager, is like standing in the back, like just looking at me and shaking his head and giggling.
Incredible.
And then there's the whole story about the jacuzzi tub, but we can say that for another time. Or maybe we've told it. I don't know. Number 4, Lindsey, why? Yes. Why this year did we miss Oktoberfest? Why did we miss this year's Oktoberfest celebration? Was it A, canceled due to COVID? B, canceled out of an abundance of caution after a suspicious mold was found growing on a good portion of the beer reserved for this year's festivities?
Dunkelweißbier?
Or C, Oktoberfest actually takes place primarily in September?
I think it's the mold.
No, that's the only one that's not true.
Oh.
This year it was canceled due to COVID, and it actually takes place mostly in September and ends on the first Sunday in October.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. So why, Lindsay? Why does it take place in September if it originally took place in October and it's called Oktoberfest?
That's a really good question.
I'll give you an A, B, and C.
Okay.
Unless you...
I was going to guess it's about the weather.
Oh, well, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Very
probably
good.
nicer out.
It is. They're like, oh, people are coming here. Tourists are coming. We're going to make a
Right.
shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Let's have it be a little bit nicer because it starts to get too cold in October.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. That was number 5. This is number 6.
Sometimes I'm smart.
Sometimes. Lindsay, the only beer that you'll find during the festival is brewed within the city limits of Munich. Very local brewers, okay? And only beers that fit this criteria are considered Oktoberfest beers, which are considered some of the best beers in the world. And according to the Bavarian purity requirements, there are only 3 ingredients allowed to be used in the brewing process. What are they?
Wheat.
Incorrect.
Hops.
Yes.
Yeast.
Nope.
I don't know.
Water, barley, and hops. I would imagine they do some
Barley
kind
is
of yeast.
Wheat-ish.
Yeah, but it's barley.
Let me tell you something.
Listen, talk to me.
I drank so much beer when I lived there.
Of course, you have to.
And I remember the first night getting like fucked up.
Right.
Okay?
Well, they say that you should, especially if you're drinking out of these, well, you probably weren't, but like, well, maybe you were drinking out of the huge like beer glasses, the
Yeah.
steins.
Oh yeah.
They're like, it's like 3 beers in one.
It's 3 beers in one.
Yeah.
But no hangovers the next day because it's all natural and there's no preservatives.
That's good.
That was the first time I ever
Wow.
felt that and had that experience.
Oh, interesting.
It was like crazy.
How do we get that experience?
I drank for like months straight and
Oh
it
my
was
God.
like no hangover.
You were also young.
I know, but I remember being like, I would not feel like this if this were back home.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Number whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What if you're sober during Oktoberfest? Should you still go? Will they even let you in? Which one of these non-beer related activities is not typically part of the Oktoberfest celebrations? Is it A, rides and carnival games, B, a parade including costume performers, musicians, and farm animals, or C, farm animal beauty pageants like in Babe?
Oh my God.
Which one is not part of the festivities?
Rides?
No, it's actually the farm animal beauty pageants.
I want that.
I know, I want that too. That's some pig.
I mean,
But should you go? Should you go if you're sober? Yeah, you should just go anyway.
People watch,
People
look
watch.
at all the idiots.
Play the games. Look at the. There is
There's a
an
lot
animal parade.
Old men in lederhosen with an accordion
Right.
and a feather sticking out of his hat. I mean, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of feathers.
There's so many
so many
feathers.
hat feathers. On the opening weekend, the Costume and Rifleman's Parade sees some 7,000 costumed performers and musicians, thoroughbred horses, oxen, and associated farm animals. That's what the article said. Associated farm animals. Imagine, like, we're associates. They're like wearing neckties and, I don't know, pocket protectors. Yeah, and they like shoot guns and stuff.
Turkey race at a fair? Oh my God, you even live. Everyone, press pause, go on YouTube and look up turkey race at State Fair, and it will blow your minds.
They also have marching bands and floats representing the different Munich breweries that travel through the city. And if the weather holds, an open-air concert featuring 400 musicians also takes place.
Love it.
All right, couple more questions, Linz. All right, and like this year and last year, unfortunately, it was canceled because of COVID. In the past 200 years or so that there have been, I guess it's been 200, 1810, 200.
Want me to do the math?
And 11 years? Yeah, I think that's right. In the past 211 years, how many times has Oktoberfest
210
been canceled?
Um,
What's 21?
What year is it? 2021?
Yeah.
Minus what?
1810. Yeah.
211.
211. I did it.
I
I did
just
the
don't
math.
know what year it is.
Yeah, that's
How
the
many
math.
times has it been canceled in 211 years? Twice.
I'll give you an A, B, and C.
Okay.
2, that's wrong. 35 or 26.
Whoa. 26?
Yeah, 26. 26 times.
Wow.
The causes were mostly due to wars and cholera epidemics, and now the COVID epidemic.
Yikes.
So there you go. Lindsay, how many liters of beer did people drink at Oktoberfest in 2018? 1 million, 5.8 million, 7.5 million.
7.5?
That is correct.
I mean, those people drink so much.
So much.
Dunkelweiss beer.
I read some article and they were like, you could probably safely have 2 steins of beer and that you should call it a day.
That's 6 beers.
Which is about 6 beers. And they said you could have 3, but you're pushing it.
No, they're wily.
Yeah.
I did a bike tour in Munich and they start you out. They don't give it to you at the end. At 10 a.m., they give you a stein of beer. And then I almost killed 50 people. I'm like, do you think maybe we should have done this at the end of this tour? Yeah. I mean, it was really dangerous.
Oh my God. All right, 2 more questions, Lindsay. Nobody raises their mug until what? Until what happens that officially kicks off the festival? Is it A, the head brewmaster gives a toast?
Cute.
B, Miss Bavaria raises her glass and then there's an official gun salute.
Cute.
Or C, the mayor shouts, "Oh, Zapsis," meaning it's tapped.
I want it to be the woman, but I think it's the mayor.
It's the mayor. Cute. It is the mayor. And there is an official gun salute and he does shout, "Oh, Zapsis."
That's so cute.
Yes, it's really cute.
Germans are really cute. I hope I didn't give the wrong impression. They're really interesting people, and it's a beautiful country.
You can't make one. That was your experience, and that was all true. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that other things aren't true that are wonderful.
That was the lesson in my life of these people have good hearts and souls.
Yeah, they just
don't
misinformed
know
or haven't been exposed or weren't taught in the right way. 100%.
I think they were all
hadn't traveled or
they were good people.
Yeah,
yeah. And some of them were really hot.
But you still didn't want to go back to Oktoberfest with them.
Because the hottest one, Martin.
What are they all? Chichi and Riri and Muchi Machi and what are they?
Martin was so hot, but he wasn't interested in any of us. If he told me to go back to Oktoberfest,
you would have gone.
I would have gone.
Was he just really reserved, or he had a girlfriend, or he was?
He was probably just drunk all the time, and it just was well, that's not happening,
Yeah,
I don't remember the logistics.
Last question, Lindsay. In 2017, Adidas released a limited edition of what kind of sneaker inspired by the Oktoberfest?
I love it.
A half boot, like a ankle boot leather sneaker to match your lederhosen, but keep your feet comfy. B, steel toe sneakers to protect your toesy woesies in the crowded beer tents.
Love it.
Or C, vomit-proof sneakers to repel unwanted upchucks.
Oh my God. I think it's the lederhosen ones. I think it's leather.
No. Well, it is leather, but it's vomit and beer-proof.
What?
Sneakers, yes. Thanks to its durable, this is from their website, puke and beer repellent coating. The classic style promises to withstand the rigors of Oktoberfest and protect your shoes from every beer shower or reveler that might have had one too many. And durable puke and beer repellent is shortened to DPBR, like in parentheses, DPBR. So does yours have DPBR coating? Because I'm going to Oktoberfest.
That's insane.
I know.
That's Nike?
Adidas.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that.
It's beautiful.
Wow. Well, you got to know your audience,
I think it's smart. And it has stitched into the sneaker, it says Prost. that how you say it? Prost?
Prost.
Prost.
Cute.
Which is like cheers.
Cheers.
Great.
And then you go, Du hast.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Don't really.
That means...
Do you remember that?
No.
Du hast. There was like a hardcore band.
No.
That one of those songs was Du hast. Du hast. I think they were German. Some of you know what I'm talking about.
I'll have to brush up.
No, I've always wanted to go back. I've never been to Berlin. I was only
we
really
gotta
in
go.
Munich.
We gotta go to Berlin. Lindsay, one year, why don't we
Gotta do Europe.
go to Berlin,
Mm-hmm.
and then right after that or before that, we'll go to Munich and we'll do some Oktoberfest festivities.
I would love that. And I would love
it.
to show you where I live.
Uber
Aldorf.
Aldorf.
It was
Martin,
close
are you home? Martin.
It was close to Uber Magoo. That was another town.
Naturally.
Yeah. But it was amazing. And it was like I was there for my 21st birthday and I almost got arrested because I jumped in the fountain in Munich. No, they didn't know that.
If they knew, they would have.
I got a ticket and they said if you don't pay this ticket, you won't be able to get on your plane.
Oh my God.
I was so scared and they never found me.
You were so scared that you didn't pay.
No, I was at the airport and I was like, are they going to let me on the plane?
And that was your first lesson that people lie to you. Authorities lie to you.
Well,
people lie to get money.
I actually think there's still a warrant out for my arrest in Germany if I went there. I'd have to come in another way.
All right, we'll sneak in.
Take a train or something.
People tried to get out, but we're going to sneak in.
We should stay. We stayed at the Lambacher. The Lambacher. And we should go. I mean, it was the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life.
Sounds like it.
And we were just
Lambacher.
We were like puking all over it. And like one night we were ripping out the potted plants and singing, do you know the Muffin Man? I don't know.
Wow, you were wasted.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds fun.
Happy October, you guys.
Happy October. Don your lederhosen, buy your pumpkin spice lattes and candles, and live your best spooky season life.
Oh my God, enjoy it. You know, we didn't really get one last year to the full effect of what it is. So enjoy it. Be safe.
Yeah. Get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated. If you
get your booster shot.
Get your boosts.
Do what you need to do.
We love you.
Do what feels right to you, but try to do it.
Rate, review, subscribe, tell your fans. And don't forget that we are on YouTube Live when we do these episodes. Woo. So follow us on Instagram so you know when that is. We love you.
Bye.
Whoa.
Save it for the Halloween episode.
Got it. Bye.
I cut you off.
Great.